Alright people of the world, this is GTAraj, and I welcome you back to the channel once again. Today, we're jumping into something very much new for the channel. I never thought I'd be doing this. It is Magic the Gathering. Now, when it comes to me and Magic the Gathering, I have virtually no experience with it, outside of maybe playing 2 IRL games. I do have my own commander deck, but I don't necessarily know the full ins and outs of the game, which is kind of why I turned to Magic the Gathering Arena to try and help me play a little bit better. What I'm going to do now is give my channel members a big old shout out, so shout out to my channel members. Your names will be on screen somewhere. I don't know where I'm putting myself yet, but your names will be on screen somewhere. If you want to be a channel member, don't forget to click the join button down below in the description. Or near the description. Wherever YouTube's going to put it, because they tend to put things all over the place these days. With all that out of the way, if you like what you see, drop a like, share the content around, all that good stuff, and let's get into it. Alright, we're here with the Jace Belleran. Challenge 1, blue versus black. Some black creatures have effect when they die. So there's like Zombie Goblin here. When this creature dies, target creature an opponent controls get -1/1. Till the end of the turn, 1 health, 1 power, basically. So we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna fiddle with this for a little bit, see if we can salvage a video from it, and then go from there. So that's me, and we're off against Liliana Vess. So, to me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna toss down a bit of a land. They're also tossing down the land. They're tapping the land. So I don't have anything, I don't have a land or anything to play, or I have lands to play I should say, but I don't have a unit to play. This Cloudkin Seer costs 2 of any mana, and then 1 of the water island, or the water types. So, yeah. Well, let's see, we're gonna toss this one down. And then we'll see what the opponent is going to do. Alright, let's see. I have 2 water land out. And what I need 1 more. So all your creatures, when you're summoned out, they get summon sickness. Essentially. You tap all of that, you can't attack with them. But they now have to try and get around what you've got. I'm going to toss out a land. I'm going to do... what do I want? Other creatures you control with flying get +1. We got ourselves a boost. Choose attacker. Creature spells with flying you cast cost 1 less to cast. So 1 attacker. Oh, we're just outright attacking over them. Okay. I didn't think flying was that powerful. It is insane. Because, I mean, if they're working like actual flying creatures, which in this case I assume they are, then that means you can just fly over your opponent. See, this is the whole aspect of me learning more and more about Magic the Gathering. It is interesting. It is very interesting. Because my main card game to play is Yu-Gi-Oh! And you don't have anything like this. You don't have actual flying creatures like that work that way. So in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh, your Blue Eyes White Dragon is just not flying over your opponent's blocking creatures. Or rather, your opponent can't block like that. This is incredible. So we're just playing all flying creatures right now. When this creature enters draw card. Let's go! And we can still bring more stuff out. So let's do this. So we now have 2 units that have summon sickness, and we have 2 units that can attack. So attack and attack. Bada bing, bada boom! Yeah, end turn. So Sengir Vampire. Flying. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature... Wait. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That is interesting. I'm going to block with this. Yeah, let's block with that. So now I have 2 flying creatures left. Now we're going to do this. Draw a card. Draw a card. And we can do this. Why? What? Why am I not able to do that? I've got the mana for it. Oh, never mind. I don't have the mana for it. Whoopsie! So we're all just attacking. Oh, you're blocking with that. Yeah, that's the right way to go about it. I like what they're doing with stacking the same kind of cards on here. So we're blocking with this and this. We're blocking with all of these. There we are. And this creature oh. Yeah, we're doing that. We're tapping 1 for that. And we're tapping 1 for this. So we have 4 left, so we can get Windstorm Dig. And we can get this. So, yeah. That's kind of an easy game of Magic the Gathering, but there is so much more to it. Alright, here we are. We're in our second match against Vivian Reed. Now, for the most part, these are all AI opponents. I think up until the last one, which is going to then be someone online, I believe. I don't really remember it. It has been a while. So, I know the basics of putting down a land, and if you have you have a land and then you can tap it to summon something the same turn you put the land down. Or in some cases, if your land has additional effects, you can tap the land to resolve those effects. So in this case, I have 1 land put down, which will allow me to bring out Wall of Ruins. Creature Wall. When this creature enters Scry 1. Now this is why I like Magic the Gathering Arena, because it's giving you the description for what Scry is. It's also telling you that this card is used for defending, because it has 0 power with 4 health, or 4 defense, or what have you. So Scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card to the bottom of your library. So we're going to do that. We're going to Wall of Ruins. When this creature enters Scry 1. So we're going to keep that at the top. And now we know that's an island. And now we put another one down. So they've now got 2 forests. And they have Elysian Cartade. Or Caryated. Caryated? Whatever. So once they tap that, add 1 mana of any color. If you control a creature with a power of 4 or greater, add 2 mana to any 1 color instead. So that one's interesting. So now we have 3 island. We can do Cloudkin Seer, which is flying, and it buffs, or it allows you to draw cards, essentially. So now we have that. We drew a card, but Cloudkin has also got Summoning Sickness. It can't really attack or defend once it enters the battlefield until the turn after. So in this case scenario, we just keep stacking our lands, doing our Cloudkin Seer. And now what we're going to try and do is attack. Now, if they have a unit that has reach. Like the spider here. The spider has reach. that spider can now block my cloudkins and flying units. We're gonna block this. Now we've got on summon, so we're doing this. Put that back to your hand. Now we can summon something else and then I just attack over them. So like Frilled Sea Serpent, that's any 4 mana plus 2 water islands. So there's 4 water islands and then 1 to the side here. So that's 5. We put 1 more down and then we can use this card. So choose my attackers. 2 attackers, bang bang. You have taken 4 damage. So now I'm making them waste resources into... Alright, we're back. Had a bit of an issue, but it's sorted. We were doing a thing. This is the start of our turn. We're placing a land. We can now summon. We can now do another unsummon. Pop that Sentinel Spider back so you can't really reach us. And now, my attackers, all 3 of them, are just gonna tap away at your life. And then next turn, I get my big badass out. So, that is absolutely blocking this. There we go. I don't mind taking the 1/1s. Now, here we go! Frilled Sea Serpent. Now, if we tap 7 of the same color, or 5 of any color plus 2 wars, then this creature cannot be blocked. So we just need 1 more island next turn. Luckily for us... Actually, never mind. Sentinel Spider was able to block. Let's go, boys! Activate the ability. Tap 7! And go for the kill! So whilst I give you my thoughts and feelings on Magic right now, we're just going to open some packs. Now, can this game in particular help you to learn this game? Yes. There's a whole thing about this Magic the Gathering arena that teaches you how to play the game for the most part, which is great. So when it says something like sacrifice this token, add 1 of any mana color, or add 1 mana of any color. There's also things like scrying, which you look at the top card of your deck and then you either put it on the top or the bottom of it. That kind of thing. The game will outright tell you what those mean. Some cards will also tell you what that means as well. Some cards actually have it written on them. But if you don't want to go out there and spend absurd prices for packs, because packs are expensive, they can be. They can be like $4, which is fine. All the way up to $20 plus for a single pack. 1 pack. Their price will range. They always will. So it all depends. Like, see this one here, Sagu Wilding. Roost Seek, sorcery with Omen. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle. There's so much that you can... Like, I have this highlighted. You may cast this card as an Omen after you do shuffle this card into its owner's library. It is a creature... This is how pendulums should have worked. Actually, this is how pendulums should have looked like in Yu-Gi-Oh! They have their own little text box. It's easy to read and it's formatted correctly. And it has its main effect on the right hand side. Flying. When this creature enters, gain 3 life. Everything you need to see is there. Exactly. You don't have to read novels. Aggressive negotiations. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile that card. Which is essentially... exile, if I remember correctly, is remove it from the game. Put a 1/1 counter on up to one target creature you control. See, there's just a lot of good things about Magic the Gathering. The downside is packs are horrible for the most part. We have another spell creature. This one requires 3 of any, plus 1 forest, 1 island, and 1 fire mountain, or fire. Warning, Tremor deals 2 damage to any target. The next dragon spell you cast costs 2 less. It's got Flying and Vigilance. When this creature enters the battlefield, return all non-dragon creatures to their owner's hand. That tells you everything you need to know. There's no clauses about things being quick effect or anything like that. They just know. It's a Vigilance card. It is a Flying. It is also an Omen. God, attacking doesn't cause a creature with Vigilance to tap. There we go. Magic the Gathering has given you card descriptions correctly. For the most part. It has done a better job at it than Yu-Gi-Oh has. So a TCG that's easy to get into, maybe cost over time, is one of those. It is very simplistic and easy to get into. It can be overwhelming at times, because you don't really have limits on how many creatures you can have out, as far as I'm aware. If there is a limit to how many creatures you can have out on the field, feel free to let me know. Like even down here, this Saga card would have confused the hell out of me if I looked at it IRL. I'd be like, huh? What is this? As the Saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3 lore counters. So on the first counter, all cards you own with mana value 2 or less perpetually get 1/1. Seek a creature card with mana value 2 or less and put it on the battlefield. So that's seeking. To seek a card, put 1 at random from your library into your hand. So with 2 counters on it, you seek a creature at random from your library, and you put it to your hand, and then you put it onto the battlefield. Perpetual effects are not removed from the card that changes zones, so they just sit there with 1/1. When you have 3 counters, creatures you control with mana value 2 or less gain flying until the end of turn. So there's lore here. There's a lot that you can do with Magic in general. So yeah. Alright. That is going to be it for now in terms of Magic the Gathering. I'm going to try and learn. I'm going to try my best to learn this IRL. I know a few people that can help me out with that. So, from me to you, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed watching this Magic the Gathering video, feel free to leave a like, share, around, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.